Hi, I'm Christine Stowe from Empowered Women in Business, and I empower women to get their business set up so that it's profitable, to find paying clients. You see, you might be working from home. You might have done the certificates, you might have done NLP, Reiki, kinesiology, you might be a naturopath, and you're still not getting the clients coming to your door. You so know that you've got something that could help people. If only they would come, if only you could find people who would pay for your services. And I hear women make the mistake of talking about their service, their modality, rather than talking about the problems that they resolve, the problems that they help people with. I was much the same. I was doing course after course. I'd done coaching, and then I was doing a course and another course. And what I heard them telling me was that I need to speak to clients or potential clients and find out what their problem is. I need to speak about the problem in my marketing. And I needed somebody to keep me accountable. You see, I got sick and I needed to find a way to make this business work. You see, I, and probably like you, thought that if I did another modality or added another feather to my bow, that would help get clients to my door. But what I came to realize after getting really sick and having that time to reflect, that it wasn't about the certificates, it wasn't about the modality. I mean, heck, if you've done that many certificates, if you've got that many modalities, is another modality really going to make the difference? Is another certificate really going to bring clients to your door? So I had to stop and think about what it was. And that's what I did. I talked to women and I found out what their problem was. Not what I had to offer, but what the problem they were trying to resolve. And today I want to talk to you about some of the common myths. 5 of the top common myths that I hear when I talk to women about getting their business going. So the first thing that I hear, as I've talked about, number 1 myth is that getting another certificate is going to bring the clients. Well, has it already worked for you? If you've got a number of certificates already, you've got them to paint the walls with, is another certificate going to be the answer? The other thing that I hear women say is, marketing is icky. Here's the thing. Marketing doesn't have to be icky. If you can figure out what you're trying to help your clients to do, if you can figure out and find their pain points, then marketing and sales doesn't have to be icky. You don't have to feel all salesy, because you'll have women or you'll have clients coming to your door. If you get known for solving that problem, they'll tell their friends. And they'll be beating your door down, and you won't have to go out and feel all icky about selling your service or selling your product. Myth number 3, marketing costs a fortune. Well, here's the thing. We have a lot of tools these days, and marketing doesn't have to cost a fortune. Or maybe you've spent a fortune already doing Facebook ads or putting ads in the paper. But you need to be clear on what the problem is that you're solving. You need to be clear on who you're talking to, so that you're not spending a fortune on your marketing and sales. And there's a lot of ways that you can actually market for free. It doesn't have to be expensive. Myth number 4, your clients can't afford your services. Yes, that's a myth that I hear. I've got services, but people can't afford to pay me. That's a common one. But you know what? I was part of a service a little while ago, and I've seen it time and time again. You've seen the client, they come to you and they say, I can't afford it. And then you see them in the shop down the road, or you see them with a service down the road, and you know that service is charging $1,000 or $2,000. You know that, they told you they couldn't afford it, but yet somehow they found the money. Here's the thing. If clients know what your service does, if clients can know the problem that you solve, and they really want that problem solved, they will find the money. Let me tell you a little story. I was working for an organisation a while back, and they had a service, and it was a funded service, and they'd run out of money. They'd run out of government funds to provide this service. So then they said, we're going to set up a service where people pay money to get this service. All the employees groaned, when they heard that we were going to actually charge for this service. But you know what the manager of the service said? She said, well, actually, we're charging $500 per client, and we're booked out for 3 months. Don't ever assume that what you're offering is not something people can afford. It's just that you need to be clear about what you're offering and how you help them. And she said, so we're charging $500 a go with this service, and with the money that we're making out of that, we can afford to cover the people who can't actually afford to pay it. So that's a common myth where I hear people say, yeah, but they can't afford to pay for my services. It's just that you really need to be clear on what it is that you're offering. And myth number 5, so you might be running a part-time job, and you don't have time, you don't have money, and you're really scared to give up that part-time job. But yet you run ragged and you're doing that part-time job. It's in the corporate arena, and you're too scared to give it up because you don't know how you'll be able to afford, to pay the bills and all of that. That's another common myth. You can give up that job if you just get clear on what it is you do, who it is you serve, and how you help them. Because then you can have clients coming to your door. You can give up that job so you can clear your head. You don't have to be run ragged. You don't have to feel all stressed. And I know how it feels. I know how it feels working in corporate arena. And you know that you've got lots to offer, but you just, they don't use you to your best ability. So I want to help you give up that part-time job so that you can spend all your time serving the people that you know you can serve, living your dream life, by the tree, in the country, by the sea, or wherever it is. I want to help you give up working part-time or running around, being stressed, no time, no money, no income, and I know the things that I heard people say is they just want that little bit of extra money. They don't want to have to worry when they go to the store and they see that nice dress. Or they want to give their children, their grown children, a helping hand to purchase a property. Or a nice little holiday to Queensland. I get it. I know what that feels like, and I want to help you take the steps that I took to get me out of this rut, this thinking that I couldn't afford this, and I needed to. I just want to get you out of that thinking and help you get paying clients, and I'll teach you the steps that I took. I've got a 90-day program to help you take the steps because it takes 90 days. And what I found was that firstly, I had to get my thinking right. It's about your mindset. I've been doing the magnetic mindset program for just over 12 months now. And my mentor kept saying, you got to change your thinking, or you got to change who you are to get to be somewhere new. Like I say on my whiteboard here, who will you be tomorrow? What do you want to achieve? And who do you want to become? And I had it over and over again, and then it clicked for me. It clicked. You have to be a new person. You have to change what you're doing to get new results. Einstein said you can't use the same thinking that got you to here to get you out of that to where you are now. You have to change your thinking. So you have to change the way you're doing things, and it takes time to change that habit. The other thing is you have to figure out where you're getting to, where you want to get to. What does that dream life look like? What does that dream business look like? You need to figure that out. And that was the other thing that I heard people saying. They were stressed, but they had a dream, but they didn't really know what the dream looks like. So if you don't know what the dream looks like, then how are you going to take the steps to get there? It's like having a car. It's like, they say, well, you need a plan. You need a plan to take your car out onto the road. And, if you want to get to Queensland, you need to have a roadmap to get there. So you need to get your mind right and take strategic action in the direction of where you want to go. Just like you need to get your car out of the garage and point it in the direction of where you want to go. You have a plan, you're going to Queensland, and you've probably booked accommodation when you get there. So you want to take your car in that direction. But if you don't know which direction you're going in, if you don't know if you're going to Queensland or Perth or South Australia, then how do you know where you're going to head? And if you haven't decided on what it looks like, then how do you know when you've got there? You kind of don't, do you? And, here's the thing too. If you think about your business like a car, then you need to put the good oil in the car to make it work right. So you need to put the good oil in, you need to put the good petrol in. So that's like your marketing plan. You need to, do some marketing to get the clients to come to you. And you can do, little marketing plans and build up to it, but you need to put some effort into the marketing to actually get clients to come to you so that you can live the dream life and get the funds that you'd like. And I hear people saying, well, I'll wait till I'm perfect, or I'll wait till tomorrow, or not today. I want to ask you, if this was your health, if your business was like your health, or your business was, your health, and you cut off your arm, would you say, well, I'll fix it tomorrow, or I'll fix it in a year's time, or I'll have a look at it in 10 years' time? If you cut off your arm, you'd go straight to emergency, wouldn't you? So if your business was like your body, and you'd cut off your arm and you're bleeding out money, keeping this business afloat, paying rent or paying for your marketing or paying for your VA, whatever it is, and you're bleeding out money, then why aren't you doing something about it today? I'd like to hear from you if you want to take action, you want to take the strategic action to get to where you want to go. You have a greater life to live. You have something to give. So, if you'd like to hear more, you might like to become part of my Facebook group, Empowered Women in Business. So if you'd like to hear more, then just post I'm in, and I'll send you the link to be part of the Empowered Women in Business tribe, where you can hear more about the Empowered Women in Business plan and the 90-day action plan to get you to where you want to go. So I'm Christine Stowe, Empowered Women in Business, helping you to make your business profitable. Bye for now.